Hello, Mary here. Welcome to part 4 of this series on diabetes, our final module in this course. This is the most exciting part, recommendations on self-care. This is all about how to manage and possibly even reverse disease. This course can be beneficial to those who suffer from all 3 types of diabetes, type 1, type 2, and gestational diabetes. By making careful and persistent lifestyle changes, you will see dramatic improvements in your health. So before diving into our lifestyle module, let's review what has been uncovered so far. Diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes, is a lifestyle disease. It has been characterized by eating rich foods and having a sedentary lifestyle. You've learned that the root cause of diabetes is fat and that sugar is a direct contributor to glucose intolerance. You have established through this course that insulin resistance leads to diabetes in the body. Fat is stored and accumulated by high insulin levels, and this leads to insulin resistance, which then leads to diabetes. You have discovered that the foods you eat could be contributing to the onset or worsening of diabetes, and that food addictions play an important role in how you choose what to eat. Now we come to the fun part. Here I guide you through how to act upon all the knowledge you've accumulated so far. But first, I want to address a subject many of you may have questions about: genetics. How does that fit into the equation? It is true that certain groups of people have a predisposition for diabetes. The good news is that this is just a tendency, not a dedicated outcome. We are learning through the field of epigenetics that our environment can influence our genes. In other words, the events in your life and your particular actions on a daily basis determine how your genes express themselves. This process happens before birth all the way through life. For more information and study, check out whatisepigenetics.com for a great overview of this fascinating discovery and ongoing research. So what groups of people have a genetically higher risk for developing diabetes? Native Americans, particularly those groups whose aboriginal home is the Southwest U.S., Pacific Islanders, such as those from Guam or Hawaii, Hispanics, and African Americans. If you are in one of these populations, it does not mean you are destined for this illness. A healthy lifestyle is the greatest single indicator of a person's overall health and quality of life, and a poor diet is the greatest indicator of all chronic disease. If you begin the process of eliminating processed and manufactured foods, add nuts, beans, vegetables, and fruits to your diet, and manage stress in your life, diabetes will not be in your future. But how can I be so sure of this to recommend this advice? Before we get directly to what to eat, let's take a look at the blue zones. You will hear me mention these areas of the world quite often, as it is important to learn from those who are already successful at both longevity and long-term happiness. There are 5 areas of the world that have been identified as longevity hubs. They are Sardinia, Italy, Okinawa, Japan, Loma Linda, California, Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica, and Icaria, Greece. These groups of people have many important behaviors in common, and you can read about all of them at bluezones.com. There are 3 that I will focus on in relationship to diabetes. Number 1, purpose and love. These are of utmost importance in the daily lives of Blue Zone inhabitants. So I ask you, what gets you excited to start your day? How much love and honor do you have for yourself and others around you? These are questions we will explore more throughout this site, but answering this is a very important indicator of your health. Your emotions deeply impact your overall health and outlook. Number 2, downshifting and practicing being in the present moment. Enjoyment of where you are right now and the perspective of savoring your meals is very important to overall health also. Blue Zone inhabitants often create and share meals together and enjoy the time and space together with others. Number 3, eat plants, as many as possible. These cultures enjoy many different types of food, but what they have in common is that their diets mainly consist of plant foods. Eating loads of fruits and vegetables not only improve your physical health, but it also improves your mental clarity and your mood. Now that we have taken a glance into the blue zones, let's dive into how to improve your life when it comes to diabetes. There are 4 ways to start changing your lifestyle that will lead you ultimately to a healthy life. These 4 pillars are the foundation, and each chronic disease chips away at these pillars and eventually can cause you to topple, which is the manifestation of disease in your body. Here are the important ways to rebuild the foundation. Your body wants to heal and is constantly repairing you, even in the onset of disease. Number 1, eat mostly whole plant foods. Whole plant foods with their high nutrient value diminish cravings and restore the body. Oftentimes we overeat because the body is signaling a need for nutrients. But in the case of the standard American diet, does not reach the required amount for sustaining health. Providing the highest nutrient value for the body then will ultimately reduce cravings. Number 2, intermittent fasting. Creating a longer window between meals allows your body to take out the trash and begin to heal itself. If you can eat earlier in the evening and later in the morning, you have begun the process of intermittent fasting. Please check with your doctor if you are diabetic to make sure you can check your blood sugar levels properly before beginning any intermittent fasting. Number 3, hydrating your body. Good old-fashioned water, and especially structured water, is what God gave us on this planet to run our bodies efficiently. Check out the information on structured water to learn more about this concept. Our bodies are electric beings, and what is the best conductor of electricity? Water. Our body runs on electrical impulses. You will discover the optimal amount of water to efficiently run your body and how amazing you will feel once your body is properly hydrated. Number 4, reduce stress and move your body. This sounds like a yeah, right moment, doesn't it? You've heard this before, but perhaps you don't know how to manage this. Stress, decisions, problems are everywhere. Learning techniques to nurture and protect yourself will teach you how to master your emotions and your health. I will be providing some great techniques to eliminate and reduce stress in your life. So let's talk about water before we talk about foods. Water is the most necessary food group. We would die very quickly without it. So when you deprive your body of the hydration it needs, it begins to malfunction on a cellular level. Believe it or not, you need more than the 64 ounces recommended by the medical community. Water is amazing to detoxify the body and create optimal cellular function. I recommend 3 quarts of water a day for males and females under 200 pounds and 4 to 5 quarts a day for people over 200 pounds. So this is between 96 and 160 ounces a day. Don't worry, it isn't crazy amounts that will harm you. It is the best way to actually get enough hydration to get your body up and running at its best. Check out the module on hydration to learn about ways to make your water even better and easier to drink each day. So the big question is, what do I eat? Diabetics need to be careful about elevated blood sugar, so the most important foods to focus on are whole plant foods. Eating your vegetables has always been great advice, so I will start there. Live and raw foods are a great way to add energy to your body and start the healing process immediately. A rainbow salad with many different colors, such as tomatoes, onions, cucumbers, and red cabbage, for example, adds so many nutrients to your body. Add some beans or avocado, follow with a nut-based dressing, and you have a powerhouse of nutrition. Changing up your diet does take time, so I recommend trying to add a salad to your daily routine as a good first step. If you do not believe you like salads, I suggest that you try it multiple times. Oftentimes, it takes between 10 and 20 times to change your taste buds. But when you finally get into the routine, your health will blossom. Cooked vegetables and soups are great additions to your diet as well, so those can be incorporated as you add more and more vegetables to your diet. Then the good foods begin to crowd out the toxic and addictive processed foods and excessive meats in your diet. The next type of food you should commit to eating is low glycemic fruits. This helps you overcome the sugar addiction and sweet cravings that so many of us battle daily. Berries are so delicious and again are high nutrient foods. Cherries, plums, grapefruits, and oranges are also good lower sugar choices. Enjoy them for breakfast or as a snack. Nuts and seeds. It may seem counterintuitive to eat nuts and seeds since they are high fat, but they actually keep blood sugar low and keep your appetite at bay. They are high fiber foods, so no need to worry about your blood sugar rising. I have recipes for you in the course guide if you have never made them before. Adding a healthy fat to your salad actually increases nutrient absorption, so you get a double whammy. Just make sure you don't eat too many, not more than a couple handfuls a day, because they do have more calories than many other foods. Beans. Beans are a very good healthy food that are at the low end of the glycemic index. They are so packed with fiber that blood sugar does not spike with these little nutritional powerhouses. Add them to your salad or have a nice meal of seasoned beans and steamed vegetables to nourish yourself. Chickpeas and kidney beans are two of the lowest glycemic varieties, so go enjoy yourself. Finally, limit grains. They are higher glycemic foods and can be added back into your diet once you have achieved your health goals. Even brown rice and oatmeal can raise blood sugar too quickly, so definitely stay away from all breads and baked goods as well as rice and cereal grains. It is important to heal your metabolic disorder, so addressing your blood sugars will help keep you stable emotionally and physically and help you lose weight. It may seem like an uphill climb at first, but it is actually not that hard to get started. Remember, take small steps, and that is how you master your health. So many times we take on a large project with gusto and fail soon after. Then we give up. But if you take it in small parts and just work on one small problem at a time, then change is easier. If you are ready to take on the challenge of quickly mastering your health and diving in head first, take a look at my program that carries you through 10 steps to make it to the perfect day nutritional plan. But most of all, I want to encourage you to start small. Most likely there are foods that are causing an addiction in your life. I suffered from it and grew out of it from small persistent changes in both my emotional health and my physical food choices. If you have dire health problems, then you can take on a larger change faster, but remember, no matter what, that it takes time, commitment, and support to change. Failure is an important part of success, so remember that these small steps are a great way to address failure and learn. Your support structure will also help you overcome failure. We all fall down. It's a really valuable part of the learning process. Just fall forward. Learn from your mistakes and continue on the road to change. I hope that you have learned so much in this series of courses, and you have some great ideas to start taking your health back and committing to a happier, healthier life. Before you go, here are your action steps for success. Number 1, take the quiz at the end of the series to see what you now know about diabetes. Number 2, confide in someone you trust. Will this person help lift you up to the next level? Talk honestly and freely about your goals and how to achieve them. Number 3, take on one of those goals. Write down what one step you can take towards growth. Once you have mastered that step, then take on another. Number 4, check out the video on the Perfect Day Nutritional Plan. If you are ready to take on a larger commitment, then this program is for you. Number 5, do you feel ready to master your emotions? Check out the Braveheart Online Emotional Training. Remember that your emotional side is just as important as your physical side. By learning to master your emotions, you will also learn to master your health. Number 6, check out the modules on intermittent fasting, hydrating your body, and how to beat stress daily to add more depth to your training on diabetes and overall health. Thank you for joining me in this series, and I hope to see you in so many other courses as we educate ourselves together in the journey to optimal health.